Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at it again today with episode number 13 of our Philadelphia Eagles franchise in Madden 25. This is week number 10, and we are on the road for the second week in a row, taking on the Green Bay Packers, coming off that win against the Oakland Raiders, trying to keep things going and improve to a 7-2 record. As you see, we start off with the ball. LaShawn McCoy moving up the field on the ground game. Is going to spin himself into a 3rd and 1. And on the next play, we give him it once more, and he's going to pick up that first down that we needed. Now, Wednesday, the NFL schedule for the 2014-2015 season came out, and I thought it would be a good time to talk about the Eagles schedule for this upcoming season. So let's get into it. I gotta say, I knew all of our opponents coming into it. It's just a matter of seeing the schedule all put together. And I don't think it's as brutal as it was last year, because last year's was tough. They played 3 games in like a 14-day period to start out the season. They had to wait all the way to the 12th week for their bye. I didn't really like the schedule at all, and the fact that they came out and finished the way they did, I was really surprised, really happy. This schedule seems a little more generous in the beginning, but it's tough at the end. So week 1, September 7th, God, I cannot wait for football season to start. We are at home taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, that should be a win. Now, I'll say this just up front. It's impossible to predict what games are going to be wins, which ones are going to be losses. You never know who's going to get injured. You never know what's going to happen. There's always a couple teams that you think is going to be way better than they really are. And then they're not. And then there's a couple teams that you think are going to stink and they end up being good. So you just never know. So predicting a schedule is kind of stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I think they should have no problem. Home opener against the Jaguars. That's a game that I more than likely will be going to. Me and my wife usually go to the home openers every season. I'm trying to make it a point to go to 2 different games this year. So that one, more than likely, we're going to. Week number 2, Monday Night Football on the road against the Colts. I think that's going to be a very tough game for them to win. But I think they're definitely up for the challenge. It's just Indianapolis is a tough place to play. The Colts are a good team with Andrew Luck and company. So I could see them starting off 1-1. Week number 3, a huge game, and this is another one that I think I'm going to be going to at home against the Redskins with Deshaun Jackson coming back to Philly. That is just going to be it's going to be a great scene. I can't even imagine how great it's going to be. So those are the 2 games, the Jaguars and the Redskins. I think I'm going to try to go to both of those this year. They should win. I think they should be able to beat the Redskins I don't want to say without a problem, but they should be able to beat the Redskins at home. Week number 4, traveling to the West Coast against the 49ers. That's a game I would chalk up as a loss right now. But at the same time, I think the 49ers may have missed their window. After a while, I think teams are going to start figuring Kaepernick out. Frank Gore's older. Patrick Willis is getting older. They still haven't improved their secondary. Navarro Bowman's coming off a huge injury. I just don't think that the 49ers are going to be as dominant as they have been in the past. So I'm going to say it's a loss, but I think that's a team they can certainly beat. But they don't play well on the West Coast all the time, so we'll see. So I'll say they're going to start the season off 2-2. The next 2 games, I think they should win. They're both at home. Number 1 for Week 5 would be against the Rams. They should beat the Rams. And then Week 6 at home again against the New York Giants on Sunday Night Football. That's another game that they need to win. So if they were to go 4-2 before the bye week, I'd be perfectly happy with that. If they can somehow, go 5-1 and then go into the bye week, that would be absolutely excellent. What's not excellent is Nick Foles getting hurt right there, you see. So we got to put in Vic because Foles is out for the rest of the game. So then we get bye week at number 7. Weeks 8 and 9 on the road, at Cardinals, at Texans. If they can come off the bye and get both of those games on the road as wins. That would be pretty good. I would probably expect them to lose against the Cardinals and beat the Texans, so that would put them at 5-3. Then November 10th, they have a Monday night game at home against the Carolina Panthers. I would expect them to win that game, so that would put them at 7-3. Then they got to go to Green Bay in November. I would assume they'd probably lose that game, putting them at 7-4. November 23rd, Week 12, the Texans. I think they should win that game. And then November 27th, at the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. I am so excited about that game. I think they should beat the Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys are going to be good this year. So I'm just so excited about them finally playing each other on Thanksgiving. That's one that I've been wanting to happen for a while, and it finally has. So then they get a nice break, a 10-day rest, go back home, and they got the Seahawks coming to town, the Super Bowl champions. I think they can beat the Seahawks. It's going to be very interesting to see the Seahawks defense against the Eagles offense, and who's going to kind of win that battle there. The Seahawks got to travel across the country for that game. Luckily, it doesn't look like for them that they made it a 1 o'clock game, so the Seahawks kind of luck out there. But I really do think that we can beat them. If they will, I don't know. And then to round out the season, 3 divisional games, at home against the Cowboys and then on the roads to the Redskins and the Giants. That's going to be a really, really tough finish. But all in all, I think this team could win 10 games again, possibly more. I'm just really excited. I'm not excited that we lost to the Packers here. The defense couldn't stop anything. But for all you Eagles fans, let me know what you think about the schedule. Give me your predictions. And if you're not an Eagles fan, give me your predictions and your thoughts on your favorite team's schedule and let me know in the comments. It's Popular Stranger. I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.